Leviticus Chapter 23. Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying,
Speak to the people of Yisra'el, and say to them, These are the appointed feasts of Yahweh that you shall proclaim as qodesh convocations. They are my appointed feasts. 6 days shall work be done, but on the 7th day as a Sabbath of solemn rest, a qodesh convocation. You shall do no work. It is a Sabbath to Yahweh in all your dwelling places. These are the appointed feasts of Yahweh, the qodesh convocations, which you shall proclaim at the time appointed for them. In the 1st month, on the 14th day of the month at twilight, is Yahweh's Passover, and on the 15th day of the same month is the Feast of Unleavened Bread to Yahweh. For 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread. On the 1st day you shall have a qodesh convocation. You shall not do any ordinary work, but you shall present a food offering to Yahweh for 7 days. On the 7th day is a qodesh convocation. You shall not do any ordinary work.
And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying,
Speak to the people of Yisra'el, and say to them, When you come into the land that I give you and reap its harvest, you shall bring the sheaf of the firstfruits of your harvest to the Kohen, and he shall wave the sheaf before Yahweh, so that you may be accepted. On the day after the Sabbath, the Kohen shall wave it. And on the day when you wave the sheaf, you shall offer a male lamb, a year old without blemish, as a burnt offering to Yahweh. And the grain offering with it shall be 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil, a food offering to Yahweh with a pleasing aroma. And the drink offering with it shall be of wine, 1/4 of a hin. And you shall eat neither bread nor grain parched or fresh until this same day, until you have brought the offering of your Elohim. It is a statute forever throughout your generations, in all your dwellings. You shall count 7 full weeks from the day after the Sabbath, from the day that you brought the sheaf of the wave offering. You shall count 50 days to the day after the 7th Sabbath. Then you shall present a grain offering of new grain to Yahweh. You shall bring from your dwelling places 2 loaves of bread to be waved, made of 2/10 of an ephah. They shall be of fine flour, and they shall be baked with leaven, as firstfruits to Yahweh. And you shall present with the bread 7 lambs a year old without blemish, and 1 bull from the herd, and 2 rams. They shall be a burnt offering to Yahweh, with their grain offering and their drink offerings, a food offering with a pleasing aroma to Yahweh. And you shall offer 1 male goat for a sin offering, and 2 male lambs a year old as a sacrifice of peace offerings. And the Kohen shall wave them, with the bread of the firstfruits, as a wave offering before Yahweh, with the 2 lambs. They shall be qodesh to Yahweh for the Kohen. And you shall make a proclamation on the same day. You shall hold a qodesh convocation. You shall not do any ordinary work. It is a statute forever in all your dwelling places, throughout your generations. And when you reap the harvest of your land, you shall not reap your field right up to its edge, nor shall you gather the gleanings after your harvest. You shall leave them for the poor and for the sojourner. I am Yahweh your Elohim.
And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying,
Speak to the people of Yisra'el, saying, In the 7th month, on the 1st day of the month, you shall observe a day of solemn rest, a memorial proclaimed with a blast of trumpets, a qodesh convocation. You shall not do any ordinary work, and you shall present a food offering to Yahweh.
And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying,
Now on the 10th day of the 7th month is the Day of Atonement. It shall be for you a time of qodesh convocation, and you shall afflict yourselves, and present a food offering to Yahweh. And you shall not do any work on that very day, for it is a day of atonement, to make atonement for you before Yahweh your Elohim. For whoever is not afflicted on that very day shall be cut off from his people. And whoever does any work on that very day, that person I will destroy from among his people. You shall not do any work. It is a statute forever through your generations in all your dwelling places. It shall be to you a Sabbath of solemn rest, and you shall afflict yourselves. On the 9th day of the month, beginning at evening, from evening to evening shall you keep your Sabbath.
And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying,
Speak to the people of Yisra'el, saying, On the 15th day of the 7th month, and for 7 days, is the Feast of Booths to Yahweh. On the first day shall be a qodesh convocation. You shall not do any ordinary work. For 7 days you shall present food offerings to Yahweh. On the 8th day you shall hold a qodesh convocation and present a food offering to Yahweh. It is a solemn assembly. You shall not do any ordinary work. These are the appointed feasts of Yahweh, which you shall proclaim as times of qodesh convocation, for presenting to Yahweh food offerings, burnt offerings, and grain offerings, sacrifices and drink offerings, each on its proper day. Besides Yahweh's Sabbaths, and besides your gifts, and besides all your vow offerings, and besides all your freewill offerings, which you give to Yahweh. On the 15th day of the 7th month, when you have gathered in the produce of the land, you shall celebrate the feast of Yahweh 7 days. On the first day shall be a solemn rest, and on the 8th day shall be a solemn rest, and you shall take on the first day the fruit of splendid trees, branches of palm trees, and boughs of leafy trees, and willows of the brook. And you shall rejoice before Yahweh your Elohim 7 days. You shall celebrate it as a feast to Yahweh for 7 days in the year. It is a statute forever throughout your generations. You shall celebrate it in the 7th month. You shall dwell in booths for 7 days. All native Israelites shall dwell in booths, that your generations may know that I made the people of Yisra'el dwell in booths when I brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim. I am Yahweh your Elohim.
Thus Moshe declared to the people of Yisrael the appointed feasts of Yahweh. Amen.